Welcome back to part 55 of Gran Turismo 2, and this is going to be the last of the 3 parts, as I mentioned in part 53, where it's just going to be me riding solo because of what had happened. So in this part, we're going to be doing the one-make races of Nissan, and first up we have the Silvia and 180 SX Club. Now you probably did notice that I started with a Nissan Silvia S15, that's because that's just the car I chose. Because, well, I thought, might as well just go with a bit something more newer and fancier, in a way. Plus, the S15 Silvia is one of my favorite Silvias to begin with, so... Excuse me. We got Seattle Short as the first track, another backwards variant, because backwards just seems to be very much a recurring theme in many of these races. We've also got a couple S15s there, including a blue one there, but that looks more like to be a Spec S because the wheel design is not the same as my Spec R Aero here. And also another case of this is a car with a unique engine sound that I have not heard before, so how about that? And now I'm also suddenly just getting this into a bit of a drifting style because, well, Silvias are well known to do that. They've been used for many years and many successful years too for drifting, like professional drifting, like Formula D and this D1 GP, and all this other stuff. There's probably also other drift leagues that I'm forgetting to mention because I don't really follow drifting too much. And if you do, you're free to let me know. But so yeah, spun out because yeah, of course I would. So now I gotta work my way back up there, and which honestly, since I did put the extra power into this car, it's kind of easier done than said, to be honest, because really, look at that, we're already in the lead again. Didn't take much effort at all. Well, it would be better felt if I weren't to be hitting walls like that, but I am, so oops. Oh, I got it now. I got that reaction in my throat where something felt like it was traveling back up my throat and left a somewhat burning sensation after having food. I hate that feeling. It just happens. It just suddenly happens, and then you have to feel the burn, and the burn is not a feeling I want most of the time. In the case, well, at least in the case of my throat. But that seems to be subsiding now, and just as it is, I win the race here, which is always nice. And there we go, just get that little bit that isn't really gonna matter much. And now it's time to race mod this thing, because of course, how else are we gonna get into the racing mod? And for the S15 Silvia, there only seems to be one scheme and one color for it too, so oops. But it doesn't matter, let's get right into this. And where are we going this time? Ooh, Red Rock Valley. How about that, Red Rock Valley? I'll take it. I will indeed take it. And it's again another reverse track. Just so many reverse. So many. All the reverse ever. Something. Okay. Problem solved for my case. But yeah. You can probably see right there the Silvia, the other variants of Silvias do come with other color options. But just not for the Spec or Aero. In fact, I'm honestly I'm honestly have that feeling that I think it's kind of there's only like one kind of scheme for the color-wise for each version of the S15 Silvia. Because you saw the one that also has the blue on it, but it has like a bright white color rather than this more like bright. It has like a white color rather than this bright gray. And then there's the one where the blue is replaced. Can't even talk now. Is replaced with red. But that's you take what you can with it, I guess. And personally, I do like this bright green blue combination. Does look quite nice, so I'm not really complaining. And of course, I wouldn't be complaining if I'm in the lead like I am. So when you're winning, there's no need to complain. I mean, unless people are complaining at you if you're not a good driver, which, if that's the case, I can't help you out. But that's your own problems to deal with, and not mine. Yeah, anyways. So one thing I was actually kind of I'm shooting myself in the foot for is the fact that I never knew this, but because Forza Motorsport 2 is one of the games I did get from my 360, because, you know, I really like the Forza games, and, you know, I want to get each one I can for 360. I just don't have Forza 4 right now, because I could not find a version that's not the Essentials Edition, which means it lacks the second disc and some of the additional content. And I really didn't want that. Especially in the case of, well, you get the Essentials Edition, how on earth do you get the second disc now that the content doesn't seem to be on the marketplace, which is, you know, something I'm not really enjoying about much of these Xbox games. I mean, you'll find, I'm sure the same thing happens at the PlayStation Store, but they don't seem to disappear anywhere near as much as the bad amount as you see in Microsoft. PGR 3 and 4, DLC content is gone. Forza 2, 3, and 4, DLC content is gone. Ridge Racer 6 does still have some of the DLC content, but I think some of it's also gone. I can't tell for sure, though. And then the other games, you know, I'm just not worried about those ones. It's just ridiculous, though. It's like, how on earth are you supposed to get that? But anyways, back to what I was going to mention. I should have, had I known at the time, I would have tried to purposely look for the Platinum Edition of, like the Platinum Hits Edition of Forza 2, because that actually had a second disc that came with all the content. And I never knew that. I just have the regular version, which of course means it doesn't have that content, so crap. Anyways, but I'll have to worry about that another time. Anyways, next up we have a Pulsar Cup, and I got probably my all-time favorite of the Pulsars for that, the 91 Pulsar GTI-R. It's also a favorite for most people in general when it comes to the Pulsar. So I'm just going to put tires and weight, and that's about it for one race at Deep Force Raceway. Okay. I don't think we've done Deep Force so far up to this point, but I can't remember, so. Yeah, let's see. Are there any other GTI-Rs? Nope, that's definitely not a GTI-R. Wait, I think that white one is. Once again, it's a better view. Actually, nope, that's not one either. But maybe the one in the front. Nope, I am the only one with a Pulsar that's not the same generation as the rest of them. How about that? I'm the different one, apparently. But whatever, I'll take it as it is. Anyways, so yeah, soon or later I'll have to get a copy of Forza 2 Platinum Hits. Can't do that always right away, because, you know, I'm down to less money than I want to have, but because of setbacks. Although I am going to be getting $31 back on the 28th, which will be nice. But again, I'm going to be mostly saving that for things I need. As I desperately try to clear my throat. Anyway, so. But hopefully I'll get that soon. Import Tuner Challenge I'm going to be getting from Friendo, so I don't have to worry about that one at all. And then Burnout Revenge and Most 105, I'm going to have to figure out where I can find a copy of those. Don't really want to have to resort to online simply because, well, you know, it's just prices can easily get too overinflated in most cases I see them, because I just don't think the prices make sense to me for many of the cases of them. Maybe I'm just looking at it the wrong way. Maybe I just don't know the value of certain games or whatnot, but to me it just doesn't seem like it. In some cases it adds up, so. I'm still trying to clear my throat here, it's a little annoying. Anyways. So, just gotta keep these guys behind, which is working out quite well, because I don't think they have enough power to get to my GTI-R, so. Or actually, maybe they are. Either that, or I'm just doing certain corners or turns just worse than them. No clue. But it doesn't matter, because as long as I win the race, I know that I will have succeeded in my goal to get there on top, with the 1 and then the ST being labeled at the top left of the screen. I don't know. Anyways, just gonna let go of the steering, simply because, well, I don't need to at this point. Just let it just cruise its merry long way, and there we go. Another victory, and as you can see, yep, everyone else was in the VZR. 2 of them were in the N1, actually. And so I was the only one not from 1997. How about that? I was from 1991. And you get the idea by now. Just actually no, because I thought I had to do the thing. Anyways, don't really need to hold on to these. So next up, we actually got to jump into a Skyline GTR R34, like specifically the R34. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give it some beefy tires. In fact, let's go all out with this. Let's just go balls. We're gonna go balls to the wall with this car. Why? Well, because I can. And what the hell is going on in Discord? I see something I've never seen before. I'm gonna have to take a look at that afterwards, because that's gotten me a little a little concerned. But yeah, you can, and also because this is an R Skyline, the displacement thing actually works. So yeah, you can see that this thing just has a monster amount of power at 774, and just continue. Excuse me. And all we gotta do is just put some weight in it. And what is going on? The Discord, what's happening? Anyway, Skyline R34 challenge, here we go. We're gonna be, ooh, Rome Night, that track that almost never gets used. Oh, that'd probably explain it. It's, the connection was lost. Why? I don't know. Anyways, because it's Skyline R34 challenge, you will probably notice that it's not just GTRs, it's just some GTTs and whatnot, but I wanted to go with GTR because why not? And again, see, you'll probably be asking, why did I tune it all the way? It just ensures easy victory. Well, why not? Why don't we just go insane with the car, just have a little bit of fun? That's exactly what I did. And it's quite interesting to see Rome Night. You barely ever get Rome Night. In fact, in the original 3 parts of the one-make races, the track never showed up. It wasn't until I got to Mitsubishi, which I think maybe part 56. I can't remember now. Oh shoot! I'm pretty sure it was part 56, and if it is, huzzah! But oh my God, what am I doing? Clearly, by the way I'm driving, I certainly do not seem to have a clue on what I'm doing, so hooray. But regardless, let's just try to make sure I don't do anything really insanely stupid. Ooh, this is a little more difficult to drive than I was expecting. Considering this is a 4-wheel drive car, it's honestly caught me by surprise. I mean, yes, it does have over 770 horsepower right now, but still, I wasn't expecting it to be as much of a handful, because it's mostly because it's a 4-wheel drive car. And it looks like Discord is just not going to reconnect, is it? So I may have to restart the program. Yeah, that's very strange. Anyways. Yeah, a lot of me wants to believe that Rome Night was just one of the last tracks that were made for Gran Turismo 2 before the game's release, which is what gives me the impression that the track is almost never seen in GT2 at all. I mean, it's only one-make races or the later thing that you'll come across, which I think I already spoiled. So basically, the event synthesizers is where you'll end up coming across them. But apart from that, it's just never used in any race and any other kind of race or any league or nothing in simulation mode. And when in arcade mode, it's the last number track. It's like number 21 or something. If you exclude some of the if you exclude the very weird thing that Autumn Ring Mini, it seems to be an arcade mode only track in Time Trial. Or at least it's what I think, because I've never seen Autumn Ring Mini be used for anything else. And it's really strange that it's like that, because when you go back to Gran Turismo 1 and you're playing simulation mode in that game, and you do the Sunday, if you do the Sunday Cup as the very first thing, Autumn Ring Mini's the first track you do. So what was with the change? Why did they do it? And it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, I guess. But so, anyways, I'm gonna actually quickly try to restart the program, and hopefully it'll start up. Why it's not, and it doesn't seem to be working either. So I think Discord's having a meltdown, which isn't fun. Anyways, we got the March. Now we're gonna have to drive into this, a Nissan March Super Turbo. This is the wrong thing. Why we're driving this? Because I guess we are. I went with the Super Turbo because this thing's actually better than the Marches you can buy, for reasons, I guess. And again, strip of its weight. And go over to the March Trophy for the March Trophy. Yeah. Okay, we were already here, so I'm not going to do try them out again. So let's get something else. We were also already at Red Rock Valley, so let's not do that again. Alright, Grindelwald, that's better. And again, reverse. So much reverse. All the time. Just so much of it. Whatever. I also really like the engine sound. I mean, I did not put the racing exhaust in it, so this is what the car normally sounds like. But I really like this engine note. It's pretty cool. At least it's not like the WA spec. That's gonna probably become a meme in its own right, because it's gonna be the extra dank WA spec engine sound. But so yeah, how about that? Oh hey, and it looks like Discord actually did load back up now. I guess there was just some kind of weird issue, and my room seems to be fine. I don't know what the exclamation mark was about. That was just really weird why it happened. But thankfully though it seems to be okay, and so nothing's to worry. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. So just gotta work our way down the path here. Now I got an itch in my nose, and then again I'm having those periods of time where I'm just trying to think about what I should be saying for the video, but I can't honestly think of something. It was a very good reason why I mostly took the group commentary approach, though I'm starting to believe that maybe I should start doing some solo commentaries again, simply for the sake of the fact that, you know, group commentaries are starting to get a little out of control, and I need those breaks in between where I can just do something where I can just go on my own and just sit back and chill and relax and just have all that kind of fun. And at times it just feels like that doesn't exactly always happen. But what are you gonna do? Also, what is that sign on the right anyways? I've always seen that and I've never understood what that sign is supposed to be. Maybe one day I should actually, decide to, pause the game and take a look. That would probably be a good idea. But anyways, regardless of that right now, let's just finish this race here, and then we can race mod the March, because yes, there is indeed a version of driving Marches, and you race mod them. Why? Because Gran Turismo could do so, and that's one thing that I pray that they they properly bring back for Gran Turismo 7, please bring back the racing modifications for nearly every car. It would be great. It would just work out so well, just to be and also as well as the fact that you have like at least some if there's still for some reason there's no livery editor, which would be nuts if there isn't. At least allow us to have a base design so we can paint it whatever we want. Will that happen? I honestly don't know, but I honestly hope so. Yeah. Anyways, so that's that down for the March trophy. For the normal one. I almost thought I would finish the thing, but no. Now we gotta race mod it. We gotta put this on it. And there's an R in there. Ooh, an R. Anyways, March trophy. Let's see what we're doing now. I'm gonna pass on Seattle Circuit Full for these cars. And we're already just at Grindelwald, so no reason to do it again. Alright, Grand Valley East. How about that? Yeah, I really like the design that they put the Super Turbo March. It makes it look. It really does. It kind of gives it that like a track / rally car approach in one. The newer Marches just their designs are just, well, let's be honest, quite a bit more boring. This, at least with the March here, it's a little more creative. So, oops. But yeah, it doesn't really matter because I've got the better styled one, so hooray. Plus the one that doesn't look as ugly in my opinion. Then again, everyone's style and how a car is designed can always vary. Maybe you like it, the newer one, more than the older one. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways. For now, though, let's at least just try to, continue at our pace of winning. And yep, there's some glitchy textures going on top there. Could it be emulator? Maybe, but it could also just be that's how it was when the game came out. I don't remember. I'd have to actually put this into my into one of my PlayStations again to find out. And a bit of straightaway, so where I can just hold a button and go. Don't even need to steer for this. See, look how easy it is. I haven't used the steering at all once until now because of the curve, and I don't want to go all the way to the right and crash into the wall. That would be a bad idea. I can only imagine how boring racing would be if you never had to turn. If there was no such thing as turning, everything was all a straight line. That would just kind of suck. I mean, all you'd ever have, and like if there was no such thing as going left or right, all you could ever do is go up and down, go forward and backwards. It'd be a pretty awkward way to live at a house because if you don't, you'd only be able to go one way or the other way. And then you'd have to find a way to have things like couches and whatnot and all that kind of stuff. And if you weren't able to turn, you wouldn't be able. It'd all have to be in your way. It would just be a really awkward way of living. So thank God we have such a thing called turns. I don't know why I had that thing pop in my head for some weird reason. That's just what are the things that I think of sometimes is what I like to say to myself at times. I don't personally know, and neither do you probably. And it's okay, because I don't expect you to. Anyways, that's the march down, and now it's time to say goodbye to the march, and time to get back into the R34, because now it's time for the GTR meeting, where any GTRs available, and we were already at Grindelwald, so let's not go there. Let's go instead to. Alright, this is much better. I think this would work better for Seattle Circuit Full, in my opinion, simply because Skylines. This is where it becomes all GTR, so let's see what we've got. We got an R32, R33, and KPGC10, a Midnight Purple R33, and another R32, so I'm the only one rocking the R34, and my car is still, of course, way OP because I went balls to the wall with it, because I felt like it. And then I realized I probably should brake sooner. Oops. let's not worry about that right now. Let's just continue our merry way and hopefully not do anything stupid. But yeah, I just kind of felt like going all the way to the extreme when it came to the power with this car, just to, you know, have that one car where it's some crazy levels of fast. Just kind of felt like doing it just to vary it up. I mean, yes, it means it kind of defeats the purpose of it really being a race, because all you really have to do is make sure you don't screw yourself up in any really dumb or stupid way, but, you know, I just felt like doing it this way, and sometimes I like to do it as such. So, oops. Anyways, oh god. And then here's me smacking into more and more things. Why? Because I have no sense of stop at the right time at times. God, I still don't know what I'm saying today. Just all these kind of... There's just those days you get those sudden moments of like, you know, I'm just gonna spout out whatever's on the top of my head, regardless of how stupid it sounds, and that's kind of mostly me for much of my life. So, not sure what was the inspiration or what caused it in the first place. It just sort of happened, and it's been like that ever since. And damn it, I bonked the wall. I didn't want to do that. Also, getting a whole bunch of messages on my phone because of Skype and whatnot. And working around there. Whoa, man! Getting some slide on all of a sudden, even though this is a four-wheel drive car. Oh boy. But yeah, regardless. It's just crazy to see how far back there. That just kind of goes to show you what happens if you decide to go to the extremes with your car and you go in a race where they don't do the same thing. But whatever. And there we go. Cross the line. Biggity biggity bam. Wham. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, okay. Right, so... And I dropped my mouse again like I always do because I still don't have a desk, and so it's kind of something that just happens every day. Not even joking, I drop my mouse every day. Anyways, so all we have left to do is to now race mod it, and with this you actually get two different types of designs. You get this like gray one, which looks alright, and then you get this blue one, which I think actually looks pretty cool. The blue and green style, so I'm going to go with that. So let's see what we're going to have for the last track. Rome short, I guess. I'll take it. Why not? Again, it looks like I'm the only one rocking the R34. We got two R33s. We got an old C10 with the racing mod on it. That's basically just like the real one, and it looks great. I mean, for PS1 graphics, but which are, well, technically, you know, made to look better on emulation. So. It still looks pretty. I still like it regardless. Whatever me. And then I blocked that for some apparent reason. Also, again, this is reverse. Just so many reverse tracks all the time. I mean, the last track we did was forwards, but not this one. Also, this car is basically so fast and this track's so short that it's sub 1 minute laps. Oops. I guess that's not a thing that happens when you have a car that will do this. And also because I have adjusted the transmission, it will top out shorter than the car can probably actually do with the amount of power it has. But since this track you can't really reach those speeds, it's not really going to matter, so... I mean, I think the only way you could probably at least get close to 200 is if you're in a car like the Scudo. But of course... most people would come to expect that. It's pretty much the meme car of GT2. Simply because, well, it's faster than... it's pretty much guaranteed to win car. It's just so much faster than everything else. It's just ridiculous. Now I feel like I got a sneeze coming, and I feel it building up, and it's gonna suck. Regardless, we still won the race, so hey. Anyways. So, well, looks like that's gonna be it for the Nissans, because that's all of them. Yep, that is indeed all of them. So, if you come back for part 56, which will probably be Mitsubishi, can't remember, I have to double check. Everything will return to normal. It'll be me talking with other people, and to just be the usual. This is why is there all this dank and awfulness, and yeah. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little sun break, and I may do more solo LPs soon. Actually, I know I will be, because I already have one I'm going to be doing solo. Oops. Anyways, regardless, thank you for watching, and take care, and regular group commentaries for GT2 will return in part 56.